October 2nd, the Warwickshire Castle Tour. I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yahanna at King James Castle in England. This is an absolutely monumental, historical event.
Want us to stop. But man, don't we deserve a shot? Don't we deserve a shot to be the Lord's people?
Commanding General Yahanna will be doing the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles in King James Castle. Finally, the truth about King James, a black man who helped to preserve and safeguard the Bible. Live September 29th, 2023. Commanding General Yahanna live at King James Castle in Scotland. Come on down and support the I.S.U.P.K. UK. Lift the glass, come and join the brotherhood and drink with the ancient as we celebrate and keep the Feast of Tabernacles for our King Yahushua in King James Castle, bringing his crew of heavy hitters. Commanding General Yahanna will put 12 shield General Muhammad scripture breakdown class up against anyone, against any biblical scholar, untested, unchallenged, I.S.U.P.K, undefeated. Leviticus chapter 23, the Feast of Tabernacles in a black man's castle, hosted in Scotland, the United Kingdom, UK. Commanding General Yahanna will be doing the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles in King James Castle, Thursday, September 28th, Scripture Breakdown class. Friday, September 29th, there will be a King James Castle tour, also a Johnny Walker Distillery tour, and Friday night, the opening of the Feast of Tabernacles. Saturday, September 30th, we will have camp on the streets of England. Sunday, October 1st, the UK Cookout. Monday, October 2nd, the Warwickshire Castle Tour. I.S.U.P.K under commanding General Yahanna at King James Castle in England. This is an absolutely monumental, historical event. Want us
to stop. But man, don't we deserve a shot? Don't we deserve a shot to be the Lord's people? Israel, let's do it!
So like when you're on mute.
Hold up. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Thumb to all the brothers, Yahweh Shem Thumb, Bashem Shai to all the sisters, priest and officer 1000 Zabadja. I'm live on TikTok. If you're watching on TikTok, just type in questions. This is a scripture breakdown class. We're going to be talking what y'all don't like black people to talk about, which is the Bible. Right. 1 second. So we're going to be talking about the Bible. There was an earthquake in Morocco. The plagues are drawing near. The plagues are nigh. They're close. Right. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Salaki Barak. I'm going to look for something to send you real quick so you can read it.
If you could send it to me to my Gmail,
Cut.
It's like I won't be able to jump on the TikTok live because my other phone It's charging.
Yeah, there's no sweat.
Khan.
There is no sweat. Hold up. One second. I'm trying to find it. I just had it a second ago. Good night. All right, so Barack, you want me to send it to you through
The Gmail would be better. I don't want
email?
Khan.
Hold up. Give me a second. I'm going to shoot it to you right now. It's just Barakiala at Gmail, right?
Khan.
All right, it should be there. All right, so we're back on this live. We're live on TikTok, right? I got Barack. He's about to read an article for us. Hold up. I just got to find it again. Barack is going to read this article for us. And we're going to talk about quakes and disasters and wildfires and all that good stuff, right? All these things, y'all be watching, right? Y'all be watching these things happen. What is going on with my live on TikTok? So y'all be watching these things happen, right? And the question is, can any of your spiritual leaders tell you why? Why? Yo, TikTok, I don't think TikTok likes my title. Good night. All right, I'm going to try it on TikTok. I don't think TikTok. I got 41 viewers fast. And good night.
Yeah, they canceled you already.
Yeah, they like this earthquakes. Let me just put Morocco disaster.
Or put moral quakes.
Yeah, so this one. We're gonna rock out like that and see how that worked. Salakia. All right, so y'all, it's like, okay, we're gonna go into it. Barack, you got the article? You can pull it up.
Yeah, 1 second. My other phone is acting up, and I'm trying to log in on my laptop right now on my Gmail.
All right, no sweat, Barack. You'll just read the precepts for me. I got it because we kind of late on time. We're gonna be rocking out, right? So Morocco earthquake death toll rises above 2,000. Right.
Well,
so this just happened. I'm looking at this article. It's from the BBC. It's from BBC.com. It happened. This article is about an hour old. Right. So a Moroccan earthquake disaster. The death toll rises above 2,000. I got a question for everybody who's watching this. There was a disaster in a country that's predominantly Muslim. Where was Allah? Why did this happen? Where was Allah? Did Allah stop it? Did Allah send the earthquake? Right? Who wants to answer this question? Because I seen posts on Instagram and on these social medias. Also, if you black, check us out on Salakia. What is the name of that new app that we just got? Damn.
Salakia, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah, Barack, you let me know the name of that app. I was just thinking about it a second ago, right?
Fanbase.
But Salakia?
Fanbase.
Yeah, there's a new app that we're on called Fanbase, right? Follow I.S.U.P.K Toronto on Fanbase. Eventually there'll be an I.S.U.P.K Montreal, right, Barack Allah? Eventually there'll be an I.S.U.P.K Montreal on Fanbase that you can follow as well. All right, so anybody watching, there was a disaster in Morocco. We're trying to figure out, how did this disaster happen? Why did it happen? Right? If you are from Africa and you're in this live on TikTok, right, and you're watching it and you're a Muslim, I got a question for you. Why did the earthquake happen? How did the earthquake happen? What did Allah do to stop the earthquake? I think I'm going to be waiting for that answer for like forever. I think like they're not going to have the answer. I think they're going to jump in and jump out and not have the answer for me. Why did this earthquake happen? What did Allah do to stop the earthquake? Like, goddamn. Right? What I is the ISUPK has the answer for everything in life. Right? All questions are answered here. We understand that the Most High, the God of Israel, sends the earthquakes and sends the plagues. Right? Some of y'all think that if you worship a rock or a stone or some wood or some idol, that is a god, right? I have news flash for you. Your gods don't exist. My God exists, though. The God of Israel, the God of so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans exists. And our God is a man of war, and he's sending the plagues. He's sending the earthquakes, right? Your spiritual leaders aren't going to tell you why these earthquakes are happening, why these wildfires are happening, why these nations are going to war. Our spiritual leaders tell us, they let us know, we understand why it's happening, right? Our God is real, your God is not, and that is clear today if you don't understand that. And if you feel like your God is real, if Allah is real, just type it in the comments on TikTok. Let me know what's up, right? If Allah is real, let me know why that earthquake happened. I see y'all jumping in and jumping out. Don't be scared. Defend your religion. Defend what you believe. Let us know what's up. Right. All right. So the death toll from a powerful earthquake in Morocco has soared to more than 2,000, with similar number injured. Good night. The Interior Ministry says more than 1,400 have serious injuries, and the heaviest casualties are in the province just south of Marrakesh. Right. Now, I brought this up because I seen on Instagram where the earthquake happened, right? There's 2,000 injured, possibly dead, or they're saying the death toll, and the injury toll is damn near the same, right? The injury toll and the death toll is about 600 difference, right? In the ladder to the injury toll, right? So I've seen people say, look, they're showing videos of the Moroccan earthquake, and they're saying, look, the mosque is still standing. Well, now my question is, who sent the earthquake? If Allah exists, who sent the earthquake? How the earth? So does the earth move on its own? That's my question. If Allah exists, does the earth move on its own? Do these quakes happen on its own? Right? What you're finding out is Allah don't exist. And I know y'all are offended, but we don't care. Right? All these other gods don't exist. And you got to tell me why this earthquake happened, right? I'm going to keep reading. King Mohammed VI declared 3 days of national mourning and ordered shelter, food, and other help for survivors. Many people are spending a second night out in the open, right? Listen, y'all living like good night. Listen, y'all living and going.
They living like back in the days.
Hispanics and Native Americans have. Salake Barack, what were you saying?
Like they living like back in the days before they invaded Africa.
Barack, can you hear me?
Kawakan, can you hear me, other one?
Yeah, I can hear you, Barack.
No, I said they living like back in the days before they invaded Africa. Hey, let me switch my earbud.
Right. Hold up. I'm trying to figure something out. Enhancements. Enhancement. No. Enhancement. Background. Yep. That one. Hold up. Give me a second. We're just working out some technical difficulties. Right. Boom. That. Oh, man. Hold up.
Slack, can you hear me better now?
Oh yeah, you coming in loud and strong now.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I need some near AirPods. I have the article open right now, eh?
You got the same article I sent you right now?
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, I have it now.
All right, no sweat.
Okay.
No sweat. Give me a second. TikTok, I'll be right back. All right, Barack, you can read that article for a second. I'm just trying to work this TikTok thing out. TikTok can be annoying at times.
Kanawakan. So it says
Barack, just
the magnet
for a quick second. I'll be right back.
Kanawakan. No, so Kanawakan. So it says the magnitude quake hit Marrakesh and many towns on Friday night. In remote mountain areas, entire villages are reported to have been flattened. Good night. The Mossad is not playing. You understand? All the so-called beautiful cities all around the world, whether it's Morocco, whatever the case is. Listen, Marrakesh is a beautiful city, apparently, right? I think my mom been there once. It was a beautiful. It is, it is a sight to see. You understand? But everything has been flattened down. The Mossad is rendering this country to a desert. You understand? And don't think that, oh, it's just Mother Nature, whatever the case is. God damn, this thing called Mother Nature. That's not it. What happens is that because these people had a hand into our slavery, that's what's happening to them. You understand? The so-called Arabs built the slave ships, and they're paying for what they did to us. And what happened to us, they took part in it. As a matter of fact, before I keep reading the article, I'm going to get into some scripture real quick. All right, we're going to see that this has been prophesied thousands of years ago, and Kemet and Jonah Yohanan prophesied it as well. You understand? Let's go into the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 6. Let's start with that. I'm going to read Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars.
Hey, Barack, can you hear me?
Come on, I can hear you, Adawan.
Okay, so we're back. Barack, let's hold that precept that you got, right? Can you read from where it says King Muhammad VI?
Karawakan.
Wait 1 second. One second. 1 second. Who's here with us?
Whenever you're ready, Adawan.
Who do we got in here? ZI, what's going on? Z. What's going on? This is I.S.U.P.K. Canada. We're talking about the Moroccan earthquake, right? So are you familiar with the Moroccan earthquake? Okay, so do you got a question for us, or do you want to just keep listening? What is it? All right, hold up 1 second. Hold up. Good night. All right, Barack, you can keep reading.
Karawakan. So King Mohammed VI declared 3 days of national mourning and ordered shelter, food, and other help for survivors. Many people. Salakia.
Keep reading? No, keep reading. I thought you stopped for a second.
Karawakan. Many people are spending a second night out in the open. The magnitude 6.8 quake hit Marrakesh and many towns on Friday night. In remote mountain areas, entire villages are reported to have been flattened.
Oh, so this happened last night. Good night. Listen, Africa is going to be plagued, right? People say Africa is the motherland when it's not the motherland. We know that Jerusalem is the motherland for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? If you want to jump in this live while we're on TikTok, right? The only thing I'm going to be asking you is, why did this earthquake happen, and does your God exist? right? Or you could just type in your comments, because I'm asking, why did the earthquake happen? Does your God exist? And if your God exists, why did he let that earthquake happen? Right?
Right.
Everyone likes to say that Bible is corrupted, or they use, I forgot the other word they like to say. It's a lot of
It says fake.
mistranslations and whatnot, right? Yeah, that's what they say, and they try to tell us that the Quran is better. So in a predominantly Muslim country, what does the Quran say about the earthquake that happened, right? Because we know what the Bible says about earthquakes and wildfires and things like of that nature, right? So we're gonna ask you, what does the Quran say? Like, what does the Quran say? Why did that country go through what it's going through? Right? Bro, can you hear me?
Khan, you want me to
Yeah, you
keep
can
reading
hear
that
me.
one?
Khan.
The epicenter was in the high Atlas Mountains, 71 kilometers or 44 miles southwest of Marrakesh, a city with World Heritage status, which is popular with tourists.
Oh, so they're saying this city goes back to the old, right? So again, these are cities that have nothing to do with so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? These are Arabs in a Hamite land, right? The Arabs and the Hamites both had a part in the black slave trade, right? You cannot deny that. That is history. That is the heritage of these places, right?
Khan.
Barack, you can keep reading.
Khan. But the tremors were also felt in the capital Rabat, some 350 kilometers away, as well as Casablanca, Agadir, and Essaouira, or Essaouira, however you
Right.
pronounce it.
The Most High, he's going to make the earth shake, right? He's going to
Khan.
make the earth tremble before everybody, and there's nothing you could do about it, right? Allah wasn't able to do anything about it, and that is something that we see clear as day. Khan.
If I may, Allah was probably one of the rocks that fell on someone's head that day.
Good night. Listen, I totally agree. Right. And the question is, like, listen, all Muslims always try to tell us that the Quran is better than the Bible. Well, why didn't Allah do anything about what was happening? Right? Why didn't Allah stop this earthquake from happening? Can this God named Allah stop the earthquake from happening? Right? If you're in the ISUPK, if you're in the ISUPK, you already know what I'm about to say. Right? If you're not in the ISUPK, I'm going to put you on game right quick. Allah don't exist. I'll just let you know. Y'all Muslims like to get real disrespectful and tell us your book is better than ours and act like it's not disrespectful. It's disrespectful because you're telling us our God don't exist. You're telling us our God made a promise to us and then turned around and gave it to a wild man. Right? Ishmael is a wild man. Hold up. Hold up. Barack, you could keep reading.
Khan. The Interior Ministry says Al-Haouz province has the highest death toll, followed by Taroudan province. There are far fewer deaths in Marrakesh, though the UNESCO protected old city has suffered considerable damage. It is believed that many simple mud, brick, stone, and timber homes in mountain villages will have collapsed, but the scale of devastation in remote areas will take some time to assess. Salakia, if I may.
Khan.
They're kind of saying, like, the more remote the area is, they still have to assess the damage and the death toll. So that 2,000 dead and 2,000 injured, more bodies is going to add up to the list. That's all I'm saying, Adam.
Yeah, I fully understand what you're saying, bro. You're saying it's not over, right? And that's something that is. Listen, I've been waiting for some Muslim to jump in this chat to tell me why this earthquake happened, and none of y'all can tell me why it happened, right? All right. Since none of the Muslims want to be able to tell me, or none of the Muslims are going to tell me why this earthquake happened, we're going to have to figure it out on our own, right? And I don't mean like we have to really do much to figure it out, because we just have to go into the Bible, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go into the Bible. Hold up. See if I can. Why is it giving me apps? Hold up. Hold up 1 second. Don't want that. Where's the King James 1611? Barack, can you get Judges 5 and 5?
Karawakan.
Right. All right. Who's in here? Who's in here with us? Who's in here with us on TikTok, man? We talking about the earthquake in Morocco, man. What happened? If you're watching this background flip up and down, right? We have the Feast of Tabernacles. That's Thursday, September 28th. Is going to be in the United Kingdom, right? The I.S.U.P.K is going to be in the United Kingdom. We'll be taking over the United Kingdom Friday the 29th. We're going to be in King James's Castle, right? We got to get with I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom to figure out the whole schedule of what's happening, right? But I've been asking these Muslims, and they've been jumping out and jumping in and not answering the question, right? So I'm asking all you Muslims, all you scholars, all you internet scholars, why did the earthquake happen in Morocco? What is the reasoning behind it? And the second question is, why didn't Allah stop the earthquake? Right? Allah's supposed to be better than the God of Israel, according to you Muslims, right? Now, I.S.U.P.K, we know damn right better than that. We know none compares to the power that we have. We know that we don't have to lift a finger. We just got to keep our law and pray to our Lord. And we're going to wake up and watch the news and see plagues and earthquakes and wildfires, right? So I'm gonna go through these earthquakes and wildfire precepts so you can get it. Barack, can you read Judges 5 and 5?
Karawakan. This is the book of Judges, chapter 5, verse 5. The mountains melted from before the Lord.
Right. So listen, the mountains, they're gonna be able to, they're gonna shake, they're gonna melt, right? You have the Lord bringing these plagues on these nations, right? Slovakia, 1 second. Barack, was that it for the precept?
Loud one. There's more.
Come on, keep reading.
Karawakan. Even that Sinai from before the Lord God of Israel.
Right? It's talking about Mount Sinai, right? So if the Lord of Israel can melt mountains, what can he do to Morocco?
Right.
What can he do to Morocco? Right? And what you're finding out is the Lord could do whatever he wants in this earth. The Lord could cause the mountains to melt, right? And if the mountains are melting, that means there's something that's happening, right? That means if in a Muslim country the mountains are melting and the imams aren't telling you, that's because the imams, they don't have the answer, right? Hold up. Right? The imams don't have the answer, right? So 1 second. I'm going to invite Never mind. They ain't come up. Right. Oh no, we're back. Right. So what happened? Right, Barak. Let's go back into Slovakia. Let's go back into good night. Where's that article? Let's go back into the article, Barak.
Karawakan. It says, when he arrived, Salakia, when he arrived in one such village, BBC reporter Nick Beek says an elderly woman was wailing as 18 bodies had been recovered in that one place.
Well, damn. Listen, I can tell you this much, man. The God of Israel told us that if we don't listen to him, the plagues are going to chase us, right?
Right.
We also know the God of Israel has no love for the heathen nations, right? This ain't the Christian church. We're not going to lie to you so we could buy a $60 million jet, right? We're not going to lie to you so we could, listen, we're not even going to pay for this, right? Our riches is going to come in the kingdom, right? But we're not going to lie to you so we can buy $60 million jets and acres of land, right? So just so, Salaki, I'll leave it at that, right? But someone is lying, right? And the liars are the people that aren't going to tell you why these earthquakes are happening, why there's wildfires in Hawaii, right? Brock, you could drop that. Bring me to Second Ezra's. Salakia. Bring me to Second Ezra's 16:37.
Karawakan.
Hey, Shayuan, you in here with us? Right. Brock, bring me to Second Ezra's 16:11. 16:37. Yeah. Hold up. Let me get with you.
And Salakia, I want to try to join on my other phone, but my other phone is acting up. I think yeah. I need a new phone. Salakia.
Yeah, no sweat. No sweat. First, Brock, read 16:1.
Karawakan. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria.
Right, so these are land masses, right? Egypt is in Africa. Babylon is in Babylon is stemmed from Africa to into Asia, right? You have Syria, right? And he's saying, woe onto those places, right? Brock, what is the woe?
Salakia, woe means death and destruction, other one.
Woe is destruction, right? It's basically, it's not a good thing. The woe, right? Destruction onto these places. Brock, keep reading.
Okay, want me to read verse 2? I don't want to jump back to 37.
God. Read verse 2 first.
Karawakan. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 2. Gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Right, your destruction, right? Morocco's destruction is at hand. Africa's destruction is at hand. People, listen, you got Hamites who keep telling us come back to Africa, bring your wealth to Africa so we can have a booming economy. Like, we understand the scam. Black people know a scam when we hear one.
Right.
You want us to come back for our spending power. They say black people have the greatest spending power in the earth, right? You want us to come back for the spending power, right? That is not going to happen, right? So whenever I hear that, I always ask, well, are they taking our poor folks too? If they're taking our poor folks too, just send the poor folks over there. Salakia, right? What you're gonna find out is they don't want us to be over there, right? And we know that. Barak, keep reading.
Karawakan, verse 3. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Right. Keep reading.
Karawakan. Verse 4. A fire is sent among you, who may quench it?
Keep reading.
Karawakan, verse 5. Plagues are sent unto you. And what is he that may drive them away?
Right. There's no one that's going to be able to stop these plagues. Right. There's no one that's going to be able to turn away what the Most High has ordained, what the Most High told the angels to do. Right. Let's get back to this article for a second, Barak. You can keep reading where you left off.
Karawakan. Many people are camping out for the night there, he says, as they fear aftershocks. They say they are desperately short of food and water, but such places are hard to reach with mountain roads strewn with rocks and other debris, making access difficult for the emergency services.
Right. They're gonna have a hard time over there trying to figure that one out, man. Good night. Listen, it is going to be a bad time in the land of Ham right now. Right. 1 second. Barak, what was that last sentence you just read? I'm trying to find it.
Kawakan, where it says many people are Kawakan.
Yeah, I found it. Right. You finished that emergency services. Right.
Kawakan.
Well, listen, we could probably drop this article for now. Right. There is something else that I wanted to find. And I gotta find
the Lockyard one.
Right? Because not only did an earthquake happen, Khan.
If I may, in the article, it does say that it was Morocco's. Can you hear me?
Khan.
Salakia, in the article, it does say that it was Morocco's deadliest earthquake since Agadir was devastated by a 6.7 magnitude quake in 1960, which killed more than 12,000.
Well, listen, give the Most High a hand. Give the Most High a hand, right? What we understand is the God of Israel is real, right? There is no other God in the earth. None can match, right? The God of Israel is real. Now, this is the most powerful earthquake, right? There's also been other plagues as well, right? There's also law. Yeah, law. There's also been other things happening in the earth. Like there was a wildfire in Hawaii. Can you imagine an island surrounded by water, right?
Most saying Christ.
Right? Yeah, good night. Like, listen, you can't make this shit up. Good night. This damn phone is. Well, that's it for TikTok. TikTok is done. My phone's a dub. Damn. Let's see if we'll probably be able to get it on my other phone. I'll just let that thing charge for now. Right. All right. So Barak, I'm gonna send you another article here.
Karawakan.
Never mind. I'll just read this one, right? This is from the CBS News. Number of missing people after Maui wildfire drops to 66, Hawaii governor says, right? 1 month after a deadly wildfire that destroyed the historic town of Lahania and other areas in Maui, the number of missing people has dropped to 66. Hawaii Governor Josh Green said in a news statement Friday. The revised number of people missing was a startling drop from the list released last week, which was 385 people, right? So listen, they were hunkered down for a while trying to figure out what to do, right? And Slovakia, they were hunkered down for a while trying to figure out what to do.
Right.
The Most High sent these wildfires, just like he sent the wildfires in Canada, just like he sent the earthquake in Morocco. The Most High sent this, right? Listen, I don't know what the hell they worship in Slovakia. What do they worship in Morocco? Who knows, right?
They rock.
Who knows? We don't know. It's not for us. They probably worship in that volcano over there or some spirit that they want to talk to, right? Hold up.
So like, you mean in Hawaii?
Yeah, in Hawaii, Thwada. Hold up. I'm about to put y'all on some game right now. There's something about Hawaii that y'all might not know. Right? So hold up. Damn, this internet thing is annoying.
What are you gonna say? Oprah caused the wildfires?
No, I seen that too. Oprah was asking poor people to donate money. Like, what is wrong with these people?
No, Salakia, the one. There's a conspiracy theory that Oprah caused the wildfires.
I don't even listen to conspiracy theories, bro. Listen, conspiracy theories got left in the world when I left the world, man. Conspiracy theories, I ain't even listen to that. Like, Oprah caused the wildfires. Good night. What night? Right? Hold up. There was a word. Okay, 1 second. So this is a thing, right? Does the Hawaiian word ha'o have racist connotation? Right? Here's the answer. Yes, it's like the N-word. Good night. Right? I bet y'all didn't know that the Hawaiians have a word that they use for black people. Right?
And then they claim to be our brothers.
Right. Someone needs to go tell the Rock that, right? That the Hawaiians have a derogatory word for black people.
Salakia, the one.
Okay.
I'm not even camera. Salakia. And I was gonna say The Rock probably doesn't even give a damn because you never see The Rock identifying as who he actually is. Because The Rock is a brother. He always takes on the culture of his mother, which is the Hawaiian culture.
Right. Barack, no word of a lie. One of the Rock's family members lived in my neighborhood growing up. Right. Now, they said that we used to call this man the Rock's uncle. He had pictures with the Rock's father, right, back in their childhood, and he lived in it's the Rock's father's brother, right? He lived in Canada, right? And this man is a brother. He's just a very light-skinned brother. but he's all brother. You could tell by how we seen the pictures. We watched his characteristics and how he kind of came across as a Nova Scotian. People used to confuse him as Nova Scotian, right? But this is a brother, right? The Rock thinks he is some Hawaiian, and he's not.
Kawakan.
But Salaki, I want to get back to this. Back to this article that I was reading. Where were we? Missing tallies have fluctuated drastically since the deadly August blaze. The initial number was over 3,000, then 385. Now, based on calls and emails the FBI has received, is 66. Like, where are they getting these numbers from? That is the question, right? Where are they getting these numbers from? Right? So the question is, where are they getting these numbers from, and what is the cause of these plagues, right? Now, again, we were waiting for some Muslim on TikTok to let us know the cause of these plagues, and none can talk about it, right? No one wanted to answer. No sweat. That's okay. That's totally fine. We got it from here. The priests and prophets of the Lord will answer all the questions, right? So when this footage goes out, people will know who the Lord is with and who the Lord is not with. And listen, the Lord is not with Morocco. You could clearly see that. The Lord is not with Morocco. He's not with Hawaii. There is no God in that Quran, no spirituality that's going to fix black people. These spiritual leaders don't even have the answers for the simple things. Like this is not even that complicated to understand, right? Everyone says that God made the earth, right? So if God made the earth, right? That means he could plague the earth, he could destroy the earth, he could shapeshift the earth to what it wants to do. When I say shapeshifting, I don't mean like a man that turns into a cat. I mean a mountain falls. I mean, a valley decides it's going to separate and have a big crater or a hole in it, right? That's what we're talking about, right? So, Barak, can you get me... Salaki, was there anything else you were reading? Oh, you're reading Second Ezra's for me. Not Ezra's.
Second Ezra's.
Right.
You have me holding Second Ezra's chapter 16, verse 37 out of one.
Start there.
Khan. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
Right. The plagues draw nigh and are not slack. Right. In many cases, only information officials have is the person's name. Right. Barak, these plagues are drawing nigh. You have islands on fire, and no one can stop it. No one can do anything about it. And the plagues are not slacking, right? They're not going to slack. They're going to keep coming. You're gonna wake up and see another earthquake. You're going to see more explosions, more wars, right? We keep hearing rumors of wars. Some traitor to Russia not too long ago came out and said World War III started, right? Luckily, the men in Canada, we have Officer Bond. He let us know that months, years ago. He let us know that. Like months ago, Officer Bonds let us know that World War III is here. It's happening. We're watching it, right? It's just the early days, right? That's why the men of the Lord are important. That's why the I.S.U.P.K are important, right? If you're Black, Hispanic, or Native American, listen, it's time to get the heck up. Wake up. It's time to move. Move your feet into these schools. Move your wallets into these schools. Not so we can buy no $60 million jet. We need funds to make sure our people can have the things they're going to need when these plagues start to hit. Because these plagues are on their way. They're about to hit for real. Right? They're hitting. Y'all just watch Canada burn up. Right? Canada was burning in Kamloops and in the places where they had the Native American children suffering. Right? And the Native American children are Gadites. They are the Israelites of the Bible, according to the Most High. Right? Barak, can you read 38?
Karawakan. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains
Read that
when the
again.
child, Karawakan.
Read that again.
Second, Karawakan. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment.
Right. So this is comparing the plagues to childbirth. Like, this is what is going to happen. These plagues are going to keep coming. Like when a woman is going through birth, right? A woman is going through labor. Them Salakia, what word am I looking for? Them contractions are like plagues, right? They keep coming. They don't stop. And come in, and it's not stopping. It's not going to stop, right? And that's what these plagues are looking like. They're coming back to back. Every day we wake up, and somewhere else in the earth is being plagued by these plagues, right? Every day we wake up, somewhere else in the earth is being messed up totally, right? Barak, let's jump to, hold up, where is 15? 15 and 27. Can you go in that same book that you're in right now, go to chapter 15?
Karawakan.
All right, for
Which
those
verse
of you
are
asking, what are we
Slakia?
reading, right? We're reading the, damn, I'm trying to, I gotta show you this. These green screens are wild, right? Reading the Apocrypha, right? These are the books the Christian church don't want you to read. If you ask a Christian a question, they're gonna lie to you right off the bat. Today I asked a Christian, can we eat pork? I was talking to a sister. This brother did not want the sister talking to us, right? The sister is in his church. He did not, and I don't even think this is a brother, Salaki. I'm quite sure it was a Hamite, because when I asked him what his nationality was, he said it doesn't matter. Right? And only Hamites say that. Like, listen, only heathens won't tell you what their nationality is, right? So I asked this Christian, the Christian, I said most Christians lie, and they're gonna lie because they don't love God, they don't understand the Bible. This heathen said, I love all 66 books of the Bible. I said, okay, can you eat pork? He said, what do you mean? I said, can you eat pork? He said, of course you can. I said, you're a liar. You don't love the books of the Bible. Long story short, he said, he asked me, where does it say we can't eat pork? I said, it's in the law. He said, whose law? I said, God's law. He said, I don't think you should talk to these men. Walked off with the sister, bro.
Good night.
Right. But again, we're reading the books that the Christian church does not like, right? We're reading this book, and it's going to tell us about these plagues. You want to know why Morocco, why Hawaii, why BC is going through earthquakes and wildfires, right? Barak is going to read it for you right now. Barak, can you read 2nd Ezra's 15 and 27?
Karawakan. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth.
Read that again, Barak.
Karawakan. 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verse 27. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth.
Right, no one is safe. Listen, if you're not an Israelite, you're not safe. right? And even Israelites aren't saved because you got to keep the law. And it doesn't just mean have faith. It doesn't mean, like Christians like to say, we're under grace, right? As if grace can't run out. As if because of this so-called grace that we're under, right? Or this grace we received because a black man loved his people so much, a black man named Yahawashi, the world ignorantly calls him Jesus Christ, and devils painted themselves as his image, right?
Right.
The black man loved the world so much that because he sacrificed his life for us, we are given the grace. We're not put to death, right? But these plagues are up on the earth, and you can't escape them. Hawaii's not escaping them. Morocco's not escaping them. They're going to keep looking for these bodies, right? These plagues, these plagues are going to keep happening. Let's see. All right, so out of this Hawaii, there are 115 confirmed fatalities, Green said. That's because the fire has not been officially determined, and the investigators are looking into Hawaiian Electric. Listen, Rock, they're not gonna find some of these people.
A lot of one. Listen,
they're looking like Hawaii's like to have that beach roast. God.
Salakia?
What were you saying?
No, I said, listen, other one. You see, even in movies, like I think it's the movie called 2012, talking about the end of the world, whatever. Like, there's a scene in the movie where the street, the whole neighborhood, like the ground literally splits open. Bodies are falling in the crevice. Nobody's ever coming out there. You understand? Nobody's going to look for no bodies over there, and listen, nobody is going to be retrieved. That's all I'm saying, out one. You understand? You're not. It's not even being under the rubble. At this point, you're literally like 6 feet underground.
Right.
It's a lot.
The ground's opening up, Barack, and just they're being swallowed up by the earth, for lack of better words.
Damn right.
Right.
Damn right. Literally.
You got to understand this. There was if there's a fire in the earth, right, and people are missing, and they're not able to find these people because of the fires, and those fires are hot, right? These aren't the same fires as like you get from a lighter or a stove. These fires are from the Most High, and they're fast moving and consuming everything. Listen, it's not likely they're gonna find these people because those people have been turned to barbecue, right?
Damn right.
They've become barbecue. Listen, the Most High sends his angels to put in work, and them angels put in that work, and they're good at their job, right? We went from wildfires in Canada to wildfires in Hawaii to Russian leaders defecting, right? To an earthquake now. Like last night there was an earthquake, and this morning we're waking up to see an earthquake in Morocco. Right? Now, what is next? What does the Most High have in store for Black people, for Hispanics and Native Americans? Right? I guarantee you don't want to find out the bad side of it. Right? The good side is if you stick to his law, statutes, and commandments, we build the kingdom of heaven, or we're going to have heathens build the kingdom of heaven in captivity for us. They're going to be in captivity. We're going to be on the porch. Me and Barack, we're going to be on the porch chilling, sipping some strong, playing cards or dominoes, right? We Benjamites, we might get it in with the dominoes, right? Or we just might be playing PlayStation.
Listen.
Right? God.
Nah, I don't want to. You understand? Where I'm gonna just leave it at that. I don't want Salakia.
Yeah, God, no sweat, Barack. Right, so we're gonna be playing PlayStation in the Kingdom of Heaven. Me and Barack, we're gonna be playing on the PS30, right? And we won't even need controllers. We'll just control the game with our minds.
I'll control the game with the whips.
Well, these heathens build up our kingdom, right? And that's what's gonna happen. Good man, they about to play the whip game. So that's it, Rocky Wild. Listen, let's get back more into this article. Barack, can you were you done with that 27?
Lord one.
Keep reading 27.
Karawakan. And ye shall remain in them, for God shall not deliver you because ye have sinned against him.
Right, so these plagues are gonna happen, right? These plagues are gonna happen, and if you're an Israelite, you don't want to get caught up in these plagues because the Lord's not going to deliver us from these plagues if we get caught up, right? Listen, no scientist has come up with how to stop an earthquake. They say that earthquakes happen because tectonic plates shift. Some environmentalists say the earthquakes are happening because tectonic plates shift, and we're taking out all the Earth's lubrication, i.e., oil, right? From tectonic plates that make them move freely without having earthquakes, right?
Right.
What we understand is the Most High is sending these earthquakes, and there's nothing that no one can do. No one can stop. No one's going to deliver the children of Israel or any heathens out of these earthquakes outside of coming back to the Most High power, right? For the children of Israel. Barack, keep reading.
I finished. You want me to read 28?
Oh, you finished the verse. Okay, Khan. No sweat.
Khan.
Right. Let me get more into this article.
Right.
Green said that since August 16th, have relocated 7,500 displaced survivors from shelters to a total of 29 hotels and hundreds of Airbnbs. Right. Listen, you know what's another thing I seen, Barack, with the wildfires in Hawaii. You have Hawaiians over there crying, like the Hawaiians are crying and saying, like, listen, y'all Edomites or y'all tourists are on our beaches having a good time while our islands are burning up and we're mourning. And they're angry that these Caucasians are having a good time. Well, listen, Caucasians don't love you. They view it as a vacation spot, and that's what it's going to be for them Japhites. It's going to be a vacation spot, and they're angry that no one is actually coming to help them outside of Oprah saying that she's asking for money when she has dollars, and it's like, Oprah, are you actually going to give them money? Come.
If I may, not that we should give a damn about the Japhites, understand, but like their history is like the white man conquered them and oppressed them as well. So why are they expecting any help from their oppressor in the first place?
Because it's Christianity, yeah.
Like
what you're gonna find out is there's a heavy presence of Christianity on those islands, right? And they believe that they're gonna be helped by these oppressors, right? Good night. Right. So they believe they're gonna be helped by these oppressors, and it's not gonna happen, right? They think these oppressors love them and they don't. Right, and this is something that plays. Listen, it plays black folks too, thinking these oppressors love you when it's not. Right, you would think that the Hawaiians would understand that black people are the children of God, right, and that we're not the enemies. Remember, the Hawaiians have a derogatory word for black folks. I'm gonna do some more research and find that the word. Right, and the proper breakdown of that word, but they have a derogatory word for black folks and don't like black folks when black folks have never done anything to Hawaiians, right? Let's keep reading. Green said that since we read that already. right? He also said his administration had made the difficult decision. Listen, they're in need of money. That's why they had to make this decision. But I'm gonna keep reading. He also said his administration had made the difficult decision to open West Maui to travel and visitors again, beginning October 8th, with the goal to bring hope for recovery. Right, so that's it on our article. Rock, Psalms 83. Let's go into Psalms 83.
Khan.
When you get it, you could jump down to 15, right? Because again, in this Bible, we understand that the plagues happen.
Khan. Psalm chapter 83, verse 15. So persecute them with thy tempest.
Keep going.
Khan. And make them afraid with thy storm.
Right. So the question is, persecute them with that, not Salakia. Persecute them with thy tempest, right? Which is a whirlwind, right? And make them afraid of their storm. You're seeing plagues in these Bibles. You're seeing natural disasters in this Bible, right? We read about wildfires. We read about quakes, right? You're seeing whirlwinds and earth and twisters as they call it, right? You have Oprah and The Rock asking for aid, right?
Salakia, if I may.
And listen, it's again, kind.
If I may, on one, right? Where was The Rock requesting help during Hurricane Katrina? You understand? For his people. Where was The Rock when there was the Haiti's earthquake or tsunami, whatever? You understand? For his people. Again, The Rock,
Right.
he's fighting for the people of his mother, but not for his people. Salakia, one.
Nah, you ain't lying. He definitely was not fighting for his people, right? Again, these plagues are happening. These whirlwinds are happening. These droughts are gonna happen, right? Rock, drop Psalms 83:15. Let's go to let's go to Jeremiah 23:19.
Jeremiah 23 and 19. Khan.
Yeah. Let's go to Jeremiah 23:19. Hold up, let me get with you right quick. I got 24, 23, and 19. Slovakia. 1 second. Drop that 23 and 19. Get me. Oh, you know what? I'm in the wrong thing. I was gonna say I wrote down the wrong thing. Yeah, 23 and 19. You can read that.
Khan, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 23, verse 19. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury.
Right. Again, this is another plague. Right. Again, so we're back on TikTok. If you're watching, right, we're on TikTok, and I was basically trying to get an answer from people about why these natural disasters happen in the earth. And so far, nobody had the courage enough to answer the question. You could just simply type your answer in on the chat so we can get your answer, right? Why are these things happening? What we're saying is it's because the Most High is doing it, right? What we're saying is it's because the Most High is making these plagues happen, right? Most religious leaders don't have the answers, if you believe in the Quran, let me understand why your God Allah let Morocco get hit with an earthquake. Right? There's down there 2,000 of Muslims dead over there. We're trying to figure it out. Why did this happen? What is to happen next? Right? How does this not happen? How do we stop it if it can be stopped? Right? I'm waiting for these answers from Muslims, but I'm not going to get them. This is something we know, right? Brock, read 19 again.
Karawakan, Jeremiah chapter 23, verse 19. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is gone forth in fury.
Right, a whirlwind of the Lord has gone forth in fury. Right, right. So listen, these are plagues. These are curses that happen in the earth. Right. This, according to science, they would call this a natural disaster, a twister, a tornado. If you live in the United States, they have a place called Tornado Alley, right, where tornadoes just seem to, during a specific time of year, tornadoes just seem to develop over there and destroy the landscape, right? Well, the Most High sending these plagues, just like, hold your point for a second, Barack. Just like he sent the plagues in Morocco, just like he sent the earthquake in Morocco and the wildfires in Hawaii and the wildfires in the west coast of Canada. This is all the work of the Most High, and it can't be stopped. It won't be stopped, right? Barack, what'd you have?
No, Salaka, and the way you say develop is more like the damn near spawn throughout the whole Midwest.
Good night. Yeah. It kind of is like Call of Duty, where they just appear out of nowhere. You know, Call of Duty, you get on that win streak. You need like one more kill to get the VTOL jet, and an op just spawns behind you and knifes you in the back. That's how these tornadoes are happening. The Lord is sending these to destroy the earth and destroy the heathens. And if you're an Israelite, so-called Black, Hispanic, or Native American, and you're caught up in the love of your oppressor, the love of the heathen nations, you're gonna get caught up with these plagues, right?
Karawakan.
Barak, finish that verse.
Karawakan, even a grievous whirlwind, it shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked.
Khan. Right, so that's what's happening. Good night. Did they? Damn, they stopped my live, eh? What day is today? Good night, yo, Barack. They stopped my live. Good night. Listen, I unlocked a social media badge, Barack. I finally got one of my lives stopped. Good night. It's all good.
Messiah in Christ.
Bring me to Proverbs 11 and 21.
Karawakan.
Live access was removed for plagues. Ooh, they don't like that.
So we can't use the word plague on TikTok?
I have no idea. It's all good. It's all good. TikTok is not going to stop this truth. Listen, there's a new app anyways. There's Fanbase. We're on Fanbase, everybody. I.S.U.P.K. Toronto. Go on Fanbase. Download Fanbase. It's Black owned. It's by a Black man. Go on Fanbase. It's damn near Twitter. It's damn near Twitter, Clubhouse, TikTok, Instagram, all in one. It's Tawab, Barack. Like, you can go live. You can do so many things with it. It's only going to go up from there. Because if you notice, like, we give all our action, we make these apps popular. We turn up these apps because without us, these apps are boring. Like, TikTok wasn't shit.
Right.
Slovakia. TikTok wasn't nothing until we got there. Right? You had all these sisters and brothers doing these dances, going crazy with these dances. Now I'm wondering, I'll figure it out, right? But we make these apps boom. We make these apps get turned up, right? And because we turn up these apps, they turn around and make money off these apps and never pay us, right? Now listen, I know a lot of y'all are thinking that it's time to join hands with the heathens, and we gotta pray for Morocco, and we gotta pray for Maui, and we gotta pray for oppressors who are losing their houses in these forest fires, right? The only thing we gotta pray for is more. That's what we're praying for.
Damn
We're
right.
praying for more. Whoa, we're praying for more destruction, right? Listen, they are angry at my TikTok. They understood that their God don't exist, so they had to get me off the TikTok. Right, it's all good. Yeah, Barack, bring me to.
I have Proverbs chapter 11, verse
Psalms 11
21.
and 21.
Salaka, Proverbs or Psalms?
Oh, good call, Barack. Bring me to Proverbs 11 and 21.
Karawakan, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 11, verse 21. Though hand join in the hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished, but the seed of the righteous shall be delivered.
Right. So the wicked are going to be punished. Listen, no matter what happens, the wicked is going to get their punishment. Your Christian church, for all you Christians out there, is telling you that all you got to do is call up to Jesus and be prayer warriors, and you're going to be saved, right? You have Muslims who, every time we go outside, Muslims see our shields and our fringes and our war scarves, right? And our crowns and our headpieces and our spikes and our boots, right? Keep your pants tucked in them boots, right? They want to try and tell us that the Bible is bad for us and that we need to come over to the Quran. Well, I'm asking you Muslims again, because I know you're watching, right? Why didn't Allah stop the earthquake in Morocco?
Right.
Right. This is a question for the Muslims. Why didn't Allah stop it? Like, what are you going to do now? Right? Are you going to realize, like the East Indians, your God ain't anything? It's not nothing but a rock, right? Are you going to remember? I'm not sure if anybody remembers this, right? But during COVID, East Indians were throwing the images and the idols that they had to the Pooh River. Like, Barack, they got a river overflowing with poo, and people go bathe in it. And they started throwing their idols into it because they realized these idols couldn't stop COVID.
Right.
Just like a rock couldn't stop an earthquake. Yeah, that's crazy. That's wild. A rock couldn't stop the rocks from moving. That's wild, Barack. Damn. What's going on? Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, Lathamba Hashem Yahshai to Sister Barack Wanah. The water for tuning in, right? Salakia Barack, what were we just reading? Did you finish reading it?
Karawakan.
Okay,
I just
Barack,
finished reading Proverbs chapter. No, Salaki, one.
I wanted you to jump back to Jeremiah 19 and 20 so we could finish that, right? Or I'll just finish it real quick, right? This is the latter end of Jeremiah 19 and Salakia. The latter end of Jeremiah 23 and 19, right? It shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked, right? That's what we're talking about. And that's exactly what happened in Morocco, right? There was a whirlwind that fell grievously. Not a whirlwind. There was a plague that happened over there. There was an earthquake that happened over there, and the rocks were falling on people. People are injured. These whirlwinds or twisters or tornadoes come down anywhere and fall on people's heads. The forest fires are just appearing out of nowhere. Scientists have no real explanation for why these forest fires are happening, right? Only in the I.S.U.P.K will you get the answer. And we've been giving you the answer all night. Right, Barack?
Allah was falling on people.
Good night. Damn. Okay. All right. So let's see. Do we have anything else? Well, Barack, you have anything else you want to add for closing? Anything you want to add real quick?
Real quick, just one more precept out of one.
Okay.
I'm just grabbing Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. Right. I'm gonna start at verse 6 for context. You understand? This is Christ speaking. Give it. Christ said it himself. Listen, everything that's going on right now, whether it's the wars, the natural disasters, all those plagues, the COVID, the new strain that is going to come out, monkeypox, worse is about to come. And these things need to happen in order for him to come back and for us to be delivered from the oppression that we're under right now. I'm going to read Matthew chapter 24, verse 6 real quick, right? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. You understand? Just like Russia, Ukraine, Poland, all these Eastern European countries, France trying to join the BRICS, understand? China and Taiwan. Kim Jong-un, he said it himself. Kim Jong-un said to his soldiers, just be ready. And said, Kim Jong-un said, be ready. When I say jump, you jump. Understand? Once, if anyone just pushes, you know, say, if I'm ticked off the wrong way, I'm gonna just press the button. Of course, I'm paraphrasing, right? But Kim Jong-un's just waiting for the, you know, anything, any goddamn reason to just push the button. And say, let's keep reading, right? See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, if you're in the world, it's understandable that you're going to be troubled. But us in the I.S.U.P.K, we don't, just like Officer Zabaja was saying, me and him, we're just going to sit down on the porch and just have a drink and watch everything, you know, watch this empire just crumble down. You understand? We're going to look at each other like, hey, did you see that rock fall on this Ishmaelite? Allah blessed his head. Or some shit like that. You understand? The point is, you understand? We should not worry about what's going on. Oh, what if the war comes to Canada? Where do we run? We don't give a damn. We'll stay right here. We'll have camp next Saturday while bombs are dropping in Dundas Square. You understand? And the bombs, you're going to see dropping it all around us, but it's not going to touch us. Right? Read verse 7. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. Again, this is talking about the third world war that is going on right now, that we're going through right now. You understand? It is about to expand. You understand? It's about to expand to all four corners of the earth. Not one corner of the earth is going to remain untouched. Best believe it. Read. Let's keep reading. And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Listen, even a bit before Russia invaded Ukraine, they were talking about food shortages. You understand? Those pestilences, besides COVID, you had the monkeypox, you have VIRUS coming in, you have a new strands of AIDS and all types of venereal diseases, right? And those earthquakes, there is earthquake damn near every month in the Caribbean islands. There were a couple more earthquakes in Mexico. Now you have an earthquake in Morocco. I think, what was that country? I think China. China just got flooded. There was a massive flood in China just now. You're about to see worse all across the earth, whether it's mudslides, floods, forest fires, earthquakes. Worse is going to come, and the death toll is going to rise. Like, it's going to be unbelievable. We're just going to watch like, damn, did you just see that? 10,000 Chinaman just died. Like, Most High in Christ. That's what they get for eating Oliver dogs. You understand? Let me just read one more precept, right? But just keep in mind that we should not be worried when we see those things unfold right now before our eyes. We should not be worried because it is supposed to happen. Like, if we see it, we're like, God damn, finally. What's next? We should just expect what's on the next episode of our life slavery. You understand? What's in the next episode of the Bible? What's in the next episode of the prophecies? That's how we should look at it. Not just make fun of it, like, we could crack jokes, whatever. That's not the point. The point is, do not worry about what's going on, because it's not concerning us in a bad way if we're not in the world, meaning if we're in the ISUPK. It concerns us in a good way, meaning we're just watching it unfold, and we're just waiting for the chariot to come, right? And make sure we don't drop our sword, whatever the case is. Let me just read one last precept. Two last precept, right? Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. You understand? Don't think, oh, the war is coming to Canada, I have to drop my sword and I have to fight for Canada because I'm worried about my family. No, the Most High is fighting for us. The Most High made the war come to Canada. You understand? I have a brethren telling me, yeah, if the war comes to Canada, I'm about to leave. I'm going to go back to Peru. The war is coming to Peru. The war is coming everywhere. You understand? Endure till the end. Never drop your sword and you will be saved. You want to be on that chariot? Just watch what's on the next episode of the apocalypse. Let's call it like that. Let's call it the apocalypse for lack of better words. You understand? Don't drop your sword. Stay strong in this truth. Whatever you go through, call for counsel if needed be, but stay strong in this truth. Endure till the end. We will suffer. Damn, we were raised in hell in the world. We were raised out of death. We came back to life in the truth. You understand? We know about suffering. So what is it to suffer just a little bit longer? It's nothing. You just wait a little longer. Just be patient. That's all it is. If you suffer listen, it's either you suffer in the truth or you suffer in the world with the demons. You understand? I'd rather suffer in the truth. Right? Let me read one more precept and then we'll end the class. I guess I got to secure the announcements.
I got a precept for you to read, bro.
Kamakai, do you want me to read your precept first, or you read my last precept?
Jump to mine, and then that'll be the last one, and then we're gonna end it.
Kamakai,
can you read Romans? Bring me to Romans 8 and 35, right? Because what you're saying is heavy. Like these plagues are coming. We're going to start seeing more things happening. We're gonna see more disasters, more natural disasters. Listen, there's going to be more disasters coming to Canada. We watched not too long ago as Montreal was orange. Montreal was orange like Donald Trump when they put on the makeup on it, right? Because of the forest fires. Barack was telling me how it smelled like barbecue, and Barack wasn't barbecuing. Right, it just smelled like barbecue in the neighborhood because of the wood that was burning. Right now, Christians, they don't understand what's going on, so they're not going to give you the answers. They're not going to tell you what to do or how to deal with these situations. Right. What we're finding out is, or what we know in the I.S.U.P.K is, like, these things are going to happen. The more that we want, the more. We don't pray for the love of everybody. We pray for the destruction of this kingdom so we can get our own kingdom. Because right now, Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they live in hell, right? We live in hell, and I have to say it like this: we live in hell because our neighborhoods are horrible, right? The things that we go through are horrible. We watch, Barack, the other day. Okay, so you jumped in the Jamaica. Salakia, what's the name of Kayadwan's podcast?
The Breakdown, Adawan.
The Breakdown. Yeah, we're watching the Breakdown. Kayadwan told me a story that I didn't even see in the news feeds, right? About a Jamaican brother, a Benjamite brother, who was pepper sprayed because some East Indian decided to tell him he wants to see his receipt as he walks out of Walmart. The brother shows his receipt, but the East Indian still calls the cops on him. The cops see the receipt and they still decide to lock him up and pepper spray him, even though he had nothing stolen on him, right? We live in hell, right? But because we live in hell, we're not supposed to be separated from the Most High. We're supposed to come back to the Most High. We're going to see more plagues and stuff happening. And that doesn't mean we're supposed to leave the Most High because these plagues are happening. That doesn't mean we're supposed to run from the lands that we live in, because again, these plagues are going to find you. And if Hawaii could be set on fire last month in the middle of water, the plagues are going to find you no matter where you go. It's not about where you go. It's about serving the Lord. So, Barak, you can read.
Damn right. Karawakan. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ?
This is
Shall
a question.
tribute.
This Barak, hold that. This is
Karawakan.
a question, right? It's theoretical. It's a theoretical question. Who shall separate us? No one's going to separate us from the love of Christ, right? We understand that as these plagues happen, as we watch these disasters happen, as we watch this kingdom fall, we're supposed to come to our nation and love our nation and love our king, right? A brother asked me earlier today, like, listen, what are we going to do to he said, should black people rule the earth? And I said, yeah, that's what we teach, that we're going to get rulership in the earth. And he said, well, how do you think we're going to do it? And I was breaking it down to him. And listen, the brother, he kind of, he's a Rastaman, so he was like, wasn't expecting me to say it. This man's high too, so he wasn't expecting me to say that. He thought he was saying something revolutionary to me, not knowing that we already understand that we're supposed to separate and we're gonna get the earth. So he's saying, how we do it? Do we come together and try to develop a military power? That's what he's alluding to. And I told him we gotta separate from this kingdom, right? I said we're not gonna celebrate our birthdays or Christmas. And this man, I don't really. I'm trying to mimic him, but forget about it. He basically said he don't celebrate Christmas, he don't buy a tree, but if his woman wants a Christmas gift, he's going to indulge.
Good night.
I said, brother, I'm gonna give you some free game. My favorite words to tell my lady, to tell my rib, to tell the woman that I'm with is no. That's my favorite word. No, we're not doing that. No, this is not happening. No, N-O, not K-N-O-W, but N-O. No, this is not happening. We're not celebrating this. We are not doing that. And he looked at me like he got a revolution, like he got a revelation. And then we ended the conversation.
Good night.
Right? But listen, nothing's supposed to separate us from the Most High. We're going to watch those plagues, and again, we're going to get that popcorn and chill back. Right? Nothing's going to separate us from the love of Christ. Right? Barak, keep reading.
Karawakan. Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword?
Right. So are these plagues going to stop Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans from loving the Most High? No. You're going to see these lands that we live in get plagued, right? There probably are Israelites over in Morocco, right? Who knows, right? There probably are more than likely Israelites in Hawaii. We know for sure there's Israelites in British Columbia and Montreal and up north Ontario. We know this for sure. We know that as a fact, right? But because you see the disasters and the plagues coming to the lands you live in, that doesn't mean you got to turn your back on what we were given, right? The truth is back in the earth. It's been here since around 1969 in full effect, right? And we're now understanding that, listen, these plagues are going to happen. Again, Christians don't have the answers for why these plagues are happening, right? Again, I'm a priest and officer Zabaja of the I.S.U.P.K under Commanding General YAHANNA, right? We're on the new app, Fanbase. I.S.U.P.K Toronto is on Fanbase. Check it out. We're going to be uploading content there now, right? This is a Black-owned app, and if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native American, you should get over to Fanbase immediately, right? Because these other apps aren't Salakia. They're not paying us for what we do, right? Here's the next thing about Fanbase. You can monetize on Fanbase. This is the part I didn't tell you earlier. You can monetize on Fanbase. So you got sisters making up these dances that are being stolen and put in Fortnite and used on TikTok, and nothing's happening, right? They're not getting paid for it. You have that sister who she kind of looked like she kind of like spiritual rock worshiping and stuff like that, but she sang an amazing song on TikTok. Yeah, I'm gonna show it to you, Barack. You know what sister I'm talking about. She was singing that song that everyone was on
Kyle
TikTok,
Khan.
and they took her video down with the millions of views and put up some effeminate looking Moabite singing her song. And she didn't get paid for it.
Kyle Khan.
Right?
She's part of the
So
Rainbow
we're
Coalition,
gonna
not
jump
one.
to fan base. That's where we're at. We're still on. Good night. Listen. Good night. We're still on all the other platforms, right? But we're also on fan base as well. Right. So with that said, I'm gonna pass the class over to Brock Yala. Clap it up.
This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verse 8 to 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you'd like. Upcoming holy convocation, we have the memorial of blowing of the trumpets, which is the first day of the 7th month, which falls next Friday, the 15th of September. You can read more about it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 to 25. Reminder to all Akim and Akwathian to check the bulletin board in the hallway of the school if they have a physical location. And if any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, so we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. Menavij Majam, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Menavij Majam Shabbat. Amajam. Barak. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Barakatam. Means Yahweh in the name of the one we call Christ. Bless y'all. Yajamata, which means hands down. Sar, which means to turn and face the sisters if you have any in your presence. We're going to get him a courtesy salute as well. Menavij Amajam Shabbat. Amajam. Barak. Yahweh Shamar Alatan Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which means Yahweh, watch over y'all in the name of Christ. Yajamata, which means hands down. Class dismissed.